Welcome to another financially fabulous episode. I'm Limor, and I'm going to show you how to crush it with your finances. In today's episode, I've got my friend Sean Cooper here, and we are talking about paying off your mortgage faster. Come on, this will be fabulous. I'm super excited because I've got my friend Sean here, and he is the best-selling author of Burn Your Mortgage. Thanks so much for being here, Sean.
My pleasure, Limor.
So we're going to talk about paying off your mortgage faster because you did something pretty incredible. You bought your first place by the age of 27 and you paid off your entire mortgage in under 3 years. So by the time you celebrated your 30th birthday, no more mortgage, right?
Exactly. I was completely mortgage free.
That's a pretty incredible feat. So I'm hoping that today you can give us your top 5 tips on how to pay off your mortgage faster.
Definitely, I'm happy to do that.
All right.
So my number one tip is to accelerate your mortgage payments. Now, when you set up your mortgage with most lenders, they have you paying your mortgage monthly, but by paying your mortgage accelerated bi-weekly to match your pay schedule, I find that's the most painless way to pay off your mortgage sooner.
And doesn't it work out in such a way that there's actually a few extra payments throughout the year that you likely won't feel?
Exactly. Now you can set up your mortgage payments as bi-weekly, but I'm saying do it accelerated bi-weekly, and when you do it accelerated, you're actually paying the equivalent of 13 months of mortgage payments instead of 12 months, and that actually adds up to saving a lot of money over the life of your mortgage, and you could pay it off maybe like 3 or 4 years sooner and save yourself thousands in interest.
Absolutely, because you probably won't feel that amount that's coming out of your bank account, and then that mortgage will go away really quickly.
Exactly.
I love it. All right, tip number 2, I believe, is paying lump sums. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yes, so whenever you have found money, whether it's tax refund, inheritance, or a bonus at work, use some of that money and make a lump sum payment against your mortgage. Now, I'm not saying, if you get a promotion at work, you shouldn't go out and celebrate, but at least you can take some of that money and put it towards your mortgage and maybe put up your mortgage payment an extra $25. Whenever you have some extra money, by putting it towards it, it goes 100% towards principal, and it can help.
So hold on a second. When we have got money that are coming to us in lump sum, I love that you said if you get a promotion, don't just put it all towards your mortgage.
Yes.
Have a little bit of celebration, maybe
Yes.
a vacation, something great. But then, as much as you can, take some of that lump sum and put it towards your mortgage.
Exactly.
Now, you do need to make sure that your mortgage allows you to make prepayments because not all mortgages do.
A good point.
But, with that, if you've got some extra money, you want to stack it away towards your mortgage because, like you said, it goes right towards your principal, right?
Exactly.
That's fantastic. Tip number 3. What's tip number 3?
So tip number 3 is around streams of income. Now,
That's music to my ears, multiple streams of income.
exactly, similar to you, I'm a big fan of side hustle and coming up with different streams of income. So a lot of people think, great, I have my full-time job, I can put that money towards my mortgage, but they're actually today, I guess jobs aren't as stable as they are, but one advantage is the sharing economy's created all sorts of different opportunities out there. Like for me, I'm a financial journalist as well as a landlord, and also had a part-time job, but there's nothing stopping you from becoming an Uber driver a couple evenings a week.
I love it. Just make extra money through other streams other than your job.
Exactly.
That's fantastic. Okay, and tip number 4, this is a great one. It's one I hadn't thought of and I know a lot of people don't think about, and that is what they should do at time of renewal. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yes, so a lot of people, they shop around for their mortgage when they're first buying their house, and they do all their research then, but then when it comes time for when your mortgage comes up for renewal, a lot of people they're very busy and they just get the mortgage renewal papers in the mail, and then they basically just sign on the dotted line, send it back without a second thought. But the thing is, more than likely when they send you the mortgage renewal papers, your lender is not giving you their best rates. So even by
shop around.
Yeah, especially shop around, and you could find a better rate elsewhere, but if you bring that back to your current lender and you're happy with them, they might be willing to match it or even beat it. So
it's a really great point. For
Exactly.
the next 5 years, you could be saving a lot of money every single month, right?
Yeah, and I mean, it's not a lot of work. Just give your mortgage broker a call and they can kind of help you go through the whole process.
There we go. I love that. So tip number 4, make sure that you shop around at time of renewal. Now, tip number 5 is something to do with making a little bit of extra money. What's tip number 5?
Yeah, so tip number 5 is renting out some of the spare space that you're not using. Now, for me, I actually lived in the basement of my house and rented up the upstairs because I had like a bungalow and it had 2 separate living spaces. But a lot of first-time home buyers, they can't afford to buy a detached house like me. So perhaps you might want to rent out a spare bedroom on Airbnb, or if you don't want to do that full time, even if you're going on like vacation, you can rent out your place for a few days and at least pay for part of your vacation through that. So definitely always think about ways you can make money with that spare space. And Limor, I guess you had a tip about parking as well.
Yeah, actually, it's actually very popular in my building to rent out your parking spot between 9 and 5 because, when you're out of the building with your car, it's actually a really good time when, parking is in high demand. So, it's another really great tip. But, overall, there's lots of things that you can do to make sure that you're generating a little bit more income and that you're using all of the nuances of the mortgage to your advantage to make sure that you pay it off faster. That brings me to our tweetable today. Paying off your mortgage faster can save you thousands of dollars in interest. And I know you had told me earlier, paying your mortgage off in 3 years, you saved about over $100,000 in interest.
Correct. So that's a ton of money.
That's
for
pretty
sure.
motivating. If I knew I could save $100,000, I definitely would want to take some small steps. So we've got a challenge for you guys today.
Okay, so our challenge is to brainstorm some ideas for yourself of how you can pay off your mortgage sooner. Now, I've mentioned my own tips, but perhaps come up with some of your own ways and tweet us with your ideas of how you can become mortgage-free sooner and burn your mortgage similar to myself.
Absolutely. And, there's so many ways that you can do it, whether it's cutting a little bit of your expenses or making a little bit more money. There's lots of ways that you can pay off that mortgage and get rid of that interest a lot faster.
Exactly.
Now, Sean's book, Burn Your Mortgage, is filled with all kinds of great tips, and I will link up the connection below, but you can buy it on Amazon and Chapters Indigo, and it's definitely a worthwhile read. Did you guys like this video? Did you learn something? Subscribe to my channel and to Sean's YouTube channel. I'll link it up below. They're free. And if you want even more tips and tricks to make your finances fun and exciting, come on over to limor.money. I've got lots of free resources for you to download for free. Remember, I'm not here to change who you are, and neither is Sean. We just have strategies to make you even more financially fabulous. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you next time. Till then, stay fabulous. Okay, so hold on a second. Burn your mortgage? Are you actually supposed to burn the document at the end? Did you burn your document?
Yes, I literally lit it on fire.
Literally.
Yes, but don't burn my book.
No, not the book.